are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm happy to have you here.
Yeah, same. Thank you for asking me to do this and for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So first off, let me adjust my camera so my top of my head is not cut off. There we go. All right, I have a whole head, guys. First off, your curls are popping. We appreciate that.
I mean, I got a little do a little something, to
Listen,
push
a
it
little
up,
sun.
to
Look how
push it
moisturized and
up.
hydrated. Ew. We love it. We love it. But listen, I want before we get started, I want to make sure that the people know exactly who you are, exactly who my special guest is for tonight. So, for those who do not know, Samara Brown grew up in the Bronx, New York, the boogie down, in a very BX representing in a very religious and musical household. I can totally relate to that. But you weren't introduced to secular music until college. What? Like
Yeah.
not even a teensy little bit.
I mean, I got like from like movies, like a lot of like old school or classic music, like classic rock and Motown and like all that, but I wouldn't know what the name of the songs were or who the artists were.
Mhm.
So so whenever I would hear the song, I would have no idea who made it, but I would know all the words.
Right. Right.
So like that
Like
was
that
going
one
on for
song.
exactly like, and that was going on for a long ass time. Like it was just like years where they'd be like, "Oh, this is my song." They were like, "Who sings this?" I'd be like, "I don't know,"
I don't even know, but
but this is my jam
mm.
though. Cause
I
like, and
love
then
it. I
we
love
didn't
it.
have Shazam back then, so like
Right.
I couldn't really just like look up who these artists were, so I was just in the blind. But I was happy to get that little bit that I got. And my mom also like had like cassette tapes of like Mariah and Whitney. So like we were able to
Great.
still hear like I was still able to hear like the good voices that mattered,
Right.
you
Right.
know. But yeah, I didn't get my first CD till I was like 14.
Okay.
No, 17? It was like the end of high school.
That's a good CD age. I mean, responsible adult. You buy CDs.
It was actually a gift. It was actually a gift. It was the last Destiny's Child CD.
Oh, Destiny Fulfilled. That's a good one. Y'all
Right?
earmark that because we're coming back to it. We're going to talk more about it in a moment. So, yes, bringing you to college, the world of secular music was opened up to you, and also the world of musical theater. Bookmark that because we're going to talk about that a little bit later, too, guys. You've performed around the world as part of a jazz trio, but most people know this beautiful face from season 21 of The Voice, y'all. Yes. I was all up in your auditions and your battles and all of that. Ma'am, sing, sing for the people. So you guys are definitely familiar with her melodic, soulful voice. You won over fans and the coaches, Ariana Grande, Kelly Clarkson, John Legend, who was your coach, correct?
Yes, John was my coach.
Yes, yes. All of them were wowed by her voice. If you have not seen her sing, please go to YouTube and check out her clips from The Voice. Incredible. Um, And great news, guys, she's working on her first album. Yes, album.
Yes!
Come on, album.
Come on, album. Come on, money. I need the money.
Listen,
Make the
that
album.
part. They can download, not stream. Well, you mean you can stream too, but they can download it. Coins.
Exactly.
Coins. Yes, God. So listen, I am so excited to have you on here. Um, I know that you know I've had your sister Amanda Brown on the show as well, and we had an amazing time. So I'm excited to have you on and get your perspective and talk about your history with music as well. Let's start with the very first song on your list, which is one of my favorites. So I'm happy you put it on here. I Keep, and also Still Here, which you guys will know is a hidden track on this song by Jill
Mm.
Scott.
Yeah, you
So we're
gotta
gonna
listen
listen
to
to
the you gotta listen all the way to the end.
like the whole thing, because you got to get that Still Here that's tucked at the end.
Right. It's hidden. It's hidden. When the song
Yes,
changed, I was like, wait, hold up.
right.
This joint is fly though. And they
Just
still
tucked
have like a
away.
similar message too to like connecting with the first song. But yeah, I'm
Hmm.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, 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 absolutely no, baby. This your moment. I'm just here. So listen, we're gonna listen to just a little bit because Instagram, y'all not gonna cut us off. We're gonna have a great conversation with no stops, and then we'll talk a little bit more. Okay.
Okay.
So that was "I Keep" by Jill Scott. Again, if you're familiar, you will know that the song "Still Here" is a hidden track, also tucked in that same track. So we're gonna talk about both of those songs in this moment. So Samara, tell me, how did those songs change your life?
Uh, it was actually funny. I first discovered this song in my first year of college. This was way back when we had LimeWire, and we was downloading
And
songs
cause I and
onto
yeah,
the
hmm
onto the iPads,
right,
the iPods, and like I had one of those tiny square ones, those little ones that you just
same.
like
Yeah,
clip
the
on
little
your
mini that you
belt.
clip on. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. And so I carried this around with me everywhere. And it was actually a friend at college who introduced me to Jill Scott. She was
Mm,
like, "You need to listen to Jill's music. Like you would love her."
yeah,
And
yeah.
so I listened to her first album, and from the first album I was absolutely in love. And it was very hard for me being in college because it was my first time like fully being out of the house because like I grew up in a strict Christian household, so
Hmm.
I didn't really get outside of the Bronx until college.
Got you.
So it was a very new environment for me. And I was like a shy, like I'm different now than I was then. I used to be a very shy, quiet to myself kind of girl. So college was a very difficult experience for me, enlightening but very difficult and a bit sad at times. And so
Mm-hmm.
this song resonated with me the most, where it kind of just kept me, keeping the work churning, like keeping my heart churning to do what I was there to do. It kind of straightened me a bit. Even though it's an incredibly sad song, it's incredibly uplifting in its realness, really.
Yeah.
And so it became a big favorite of mine. In a lot of ways, I think this song saved my life a couple of times.
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh, that's powerful. That's powerful. I hope that one day you'll get to meet Jill and tell her that in person. 'Cause
I would die. I'm still a huge fan of Jill Scott, so if I ever meet her, that would be an incredible honor.
oh yeah, Queen Jill is incredible. But yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head regarding the song. It's very real and it talks about the things that I guess she personally was persevering through.
Right.
But so many of us can relate to just what we have to push through to keep striving and achieving and living and loving all of those things.
Yeah,
The perseverance it takes,
absolutely. Yeah, she like many women I've known in my life have like a certain resilience
Hmm.
and strength that I have never witnessed before, and it's kind of like helped me to kind of emulate and absorb that strength,
Yeah.
which is beautiful, wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. No, 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 no. It is resilience is key, especially in I want to say these unprecedented times. I'm not going to use that word because things kind of go in a
There's
cycle.
a lot going on.
There's a lot happening on this particular gosh darn day. But here we are. We're going to talk about the power of music tonight and how music can get us through these unprecedented times.
Right, you did it anyways. You
I
still
did it
did it
anyway,
anyways.
but I put it in quotes, so it's not my word. But listen, so we're going to go from one amazing female voice, Jill Scott, to a trio of amazing female voices, Destiny's Child, particularly from the Destiny Fulfilled album, which you said was your first CD.
Exactly. This
That's a real good
CD
first. That's a
was
real good first one.
it was such
Like,
a good first. Like it
oh
was
my God.
such a powerful CD. And I feel like people were talking smack about this CD because it was their last one. And I think they were just mad because they were breaking up.
What they was
But
saying? Wait a minute.
yeah, because they were saying like, oh, like it's good that they're breaking up because this wasn't as strong as the music they used to make. And I was like, what? This is like,
Lies.
I feel like
Live.
this is like the second best album that they've ever done.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, wait. You said second best. What's the first? This is a
it's
pop quiz. No, I'm just kidding. There is a right or wrong
You're
answer.
testing my memory now
Mm,
because
mm.
I'm not good with names.
It's all good. It's all good.
But
It's
the
all
Say
good.
My Name album,
That one.
that's
That one.
that's a
Writings
good
on the
one.
wall. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. There you go.
Yes, ma'am.
That
Okay,
is
we
the
are in
number
agreement.
one.
We can proceed. Got you. Got you. No, I'm kidding. I'm
He
kidding.
was like, I
But
need to
no,
make sure your choice is acceptable.
before we can proceed. No. This is not a space of judgment. This is a space of openness and sharing the joy of music. So, Through with Love is the particular song that you chose. Song number 2, if you guys are keeping track. We're going to listen to just a little bit of Beyonce now, and then we're going to talk about it, all right? Oh, Lord, I got to cut off before Michelle part, because Michelle part take you out of here. Michelle's part will take you out of here.
They have the choir coming in the background like, oh.
Right. Take you all the way to church. They know what to do with Michelle.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
all right,
they
Michelle, we need the church. Come on.
They be giving her the bridges. They be giving her
And
the
do.
bridges.
And do. And she take them home. I love that one. And I'm sorry. This is your moment. I love that one. And what's the other one? Cater to You. Her bridge on Cater to You is the
Oh,
moment.
yes. Cater to You is also my song.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So, circling back to Through with Love, that is the one you included on your list. How did that song change your life?
Well, I mean, apart from it for being the first album I've ever, owned in my hands, like I've been a Destiny's Child fan since I first heard their name and first heard music of theirs. But there was a lot of music, as I said before, that they were doing that I didn't know was them.
Mm-hmm.
And when I found out later on was them, I realized how much of an impact that this female group had on my younger years. I mean, because like Destiny's Child was like big in the 90s, like for us growing up. And to see 3 powerful Black women doing a song about how they're through with love, it resonated very strongly with me because like, I was like an angsty young adult, I was going
So
through a little.
angry.
Because I mean, it was away from home, so like now I had all this freedom that I didn't know what to do with,
Mm-hmm.
and I was experiencing all these new things and like experiencing new things in regards to who I am as a person, in regards to my sexuality, in regards to like my passion and my dreams and how I was going to fulfill them. So like, and I was also getting my heart broken a lot.
Of course. Comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, a lot of rejection, a lot of like, I ain't gonna go too deep. I ain't go too deep.
This your moment. You go as deep as you want to. I can swim.
I know you can swim, but I ain't trying to drown everybody else in here.
Okay, all right. She said, y'all not ready.
No, but I fell in love a lot in college very quickly and fell out of it just as quickly and got my heart broken a lot. And so this song was like, because I also listened to a lot of rock, but I needed that like R&B feel of being just finished with the way that you're being treated, basically. Kind of just like showing that anger, but in a very, I don't even know how to describe Destiny's Child because they're just like, they got so much swag and class, and on top of that, just their vocals, like it gives me so much as a fellow R&B singer that I needed at the time, and so it's one of my favorite songs still to this day.
I love it. Yeah, you talked about how you also listen to rock music, and I listen to all genres of music too. But when it comes to Heartbreak.
R&B.
Can't no genre touch R&B when it comes to Heartbreak, baby. You need that rhythm and that soul,
right? And
to
R&B
properly express it.
And I feel like music has this power where like when you listen to a certain song or a certain album in like a very certain period of your life, when you come back to that album years later, it's almost like you're reliving the
Yeah, it takes you right back, right?
experience. Like you immediately are like, dang, I was going through some craziness.
Right.
Also just thinking about who you were as a person, like previously, like thinking about the choices that you made when you were younger. You was just like, oh, dang, I shouldn't have done that. Or, dang, why was I stressing over this? Like,
Right.
just be like laughing, listening to an R&B album, or crying, listening to an R&B song. Like, it has a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgic power. Like
That's
music.
perfect.
There it is. See, my cousin said it.
Instant nostalgia. Yes. On the same page. I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, the song I remember I used to just be in the bedroom just like screaming this at the top of my lungs, like looking at the ceiling. I'm through it in love. I'm through it in love.
But were you really through with love?
No.
That part. That part.
Are we ever really through with love though?
No.
I wish I could be. Tell you.
You don't mean it.
I mean romantic love. I don't mean like family love or friends love or like love for my career, but romantic love, I tell you.
I get it. That should be overrated sometimes. But that being said, the way they put it in the music, not right. Tell the truth. Y'all get her right in these comments. They said no. Y'all get her together. But the way they put it in the music, we're going to need you to put that into this first album that we are so looking forward to.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, there's going to be a lot of that. Trust.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot.
Nice. Well, we're excited for it. But listen, let's go into song number 3. It is not angsty at all. It is sweet and beautiful. I Believe in You and Me by Whitney Houston. Yes, indeed. Y'all already know Whitney about to blow us out. Let's be reminded. Brace yourselves. Here comes Whitney Houston. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go.
You can't do that. You can't play that part.
Oh no, and then I have to stop because if I don't, then Instagram will cut us off and I won't talk to you anymore. And I want to talk to you. Y'all, why was Whitney so disgusting? Oh, right. You gotta do the finger with it.
Come on now.
You gotta do a finger. It's got to. You gotta see what the notes are.
It helps.
Oh no, it does. It really does. Every singer knows the finger. Seriously.
That's how you know they singing. When they have a hand. Oh my gosh.
So I Believe in You and Me. How did that song change your life? From the Preacher's Wife soundtrack, by the way.
Yes. Preacher's Wife, which is how I was introduced to the song. I had a very complicated relationship with religion throughout most of my life. And so, but Whitney is by far my favorite, and in my opinion, one of the greatest singers of all time. And so I worship her. She is the epitome of everything I want to be as a singer. In her talent, in the way that she presented herself. She has this class and swag, and she could act. She didn't even need to move on stage. Like, that's how good she was. She just had to be.
Singer.
Yes. And I was introduced to this film. Someone from church told me about the film, and I freaking loved it. Like, just her singing throughout the movie, and then also acting in the film. And this was the one secular song that she sang in the film. You know, like, because in the story, she's like, no, I don't want to do this. Like, I used to come to this club before, I started going to church. And,
right. And then she was saved and sanctified.
Right.
About to cheat with an angel. I'm sorry, that was not the point of the movie, but I think it was.
Hey, I was hoping she would hook up with the angel.
But if the angel looked like Denzel, I mean.
Yes. I mean, I want to hook up with an angel that looked like Denzel. He was young too in that film. I was just like,
that part.
Whitney, come on. But no, and I remember when I was just watching this that part of the movie, and her singing the song in the club, and I just like burst into tears.
Mm.
It was just so beautiful.
Mhm.
The way that she captures a message in song is undeniable and flawless. Like I can't like comprehend why it's so good, but it has she has so much power over my emotions. And whenever I see her perform, I still get that same welled up like feeling, even if it's a happy song. I just feel like so happy. And you know, I had to choose this song because I had to choose a Whitney song. And to be honest, I love almost all her music. So it was very
Yeah,
difficult to
same.
choose a single song. But this was the first, because I didn't really see her as much because we didn't watch MTV or any of that stuff either. So this is the first time I saw her on screen.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it was in this movie. So I was just like, from that moment on, like incredibly captivated by her. She's just so beautiful and just so gifted.
Mm.
It was just, I was incredibly, I don't want to use, I keep using the same words. 'Cause-
No, but it's a true word. She was and still is captivating. Excuse me. Speaking of Whitney, so I have to ask your opinion. I heard recently, or I saw recently, that they're doing a hologram show of Whitney in Las Vegas. I'm like, I don't know.
That's disrespectful to
I
me.
don't know about that. That feels creepy.
Oh, thank you, Joy, but no. I don't under. I really think it's disrespectful what they're doing because
Okay.
they're doing it for the purpose of money.
Mm.
Like they just cannot let Black artists who've passed away just let them lie, let them rest in peace, let
Mhm.
their music be there for the people who come to experience it. But why are you still trying to capitalize off of a singer who is dead, who's passed away? Like,
Right.
why are we doing this? It's
Right.
so offensive. If I were to see something like that, like I wouldn't be able to say I would be so disgusted because I know
So,
why they're doing it.
hmm
It's not to glorify Whitney or who she was. It's like, okay, how can we still make money off of Whitney's fame?
got you. Got you. So on the flip side, we have a lot of Whitney merchandise. We have Whitney t-shirts, Whitney blankets. I've got all of that stuff. And all of that keeps her name and her image alive for future generations. Do you think that's a viable point to keep her legacy alive, or do you think it's still just a money grab?
I mean, I would buy merchandise too, but there's just something about having a performance and
Hmm.
she's not there.
Yeah.
Like a performance, having a concert, and in Vegas.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's not like
And
it's
it's a
not
light
like
show.
exactly like, and she's not there. So it's like, oh, so this is what I'm paying for, a light show that emulates Whitney, and they're playing her tracks.
Yep.
Like, no, I'll buy her merchandise though, because like I want to have all my clothes with Whitney's face on them.
Oh
But
yeah.
in terms of like doing a performance and trying to act like, oh, if you want to come see Whitney Houston, it's to me, I don't think it's right.
Gotcha.
I went up to
Completely understand. Yeah, it was a little strange to see it. It's like, okay, that's creepy. I'm gonna not do that. But shout out to anybody that's going to the Whitney hologram experience. If you enjoy it, let me know. Take some video. I don't know. I ain't going. Anyway,
I ain't
Samara's
going to
not going
that.
either.
I ain't going to
We
that.
we not going to that.
I'm good.
Period.
I'll stick with these YouTube videos.
Absolutely. There's plenty of performances on YouTube. We good.
Yeah.
So, along with Whitney, who were some of your other vocal influences?
um, Definitely Prince.
Mm,
Shaka Khan, for
yes.
sure.
Come on, Chaka.
I'm really trying really hard to choose between Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan, but I feel like that's an impossible choice.
This is not a choice you have to make. We can honor them both. We love them both.
Definitely Mariah as well. Michael, Stevie. There's so many.
All the greats. Yes, God.
Beyonce, Jasmine Sullivan, Jill Scott.
Mm,
Uh, man, I I just love music.
Yeah.
And all genres of music, you know,
Yeah.
Beatles. I even like me some like heavy metal sometimes. Like, you know, I listen to everything.
Okay. Okay. You
I
be
feel like,
screaming and thrashing and come
you know,
on.
because sometimes you be in that mood. You know, I
Yeah.
feel like music is about a mood. You know, when
Yeah.
when you're in the mood for something very specific, I feel like music can fill that gap. If you just have your mind open to new music, like I remember when I used to be angry as hell, but listening to just sitting to listen to some heavy metal rock music would calm me down,
Oh
like
yeah, because you're never
immediately.
going to be as angry as heavy metal. Like they are just like
Exactly. Like I'm
here
not
with
gonna be like
anger.
this is me going to jail angry. Like that's where they at.
Basically,
And I ain't trying to get
basically,
there. So I'm
exactly.
like,
Like,
all
ooh,
right,
I'm gonna
because
calm down.
they're feeling this shit for me. So I could just like, all right, I'm calm. I'm over it.
And now I'm
Y'all
good.
got it. Y'all got it.
Totally get it. Well, y'all, we're gonna go in the opposite direction away from anger and into a different genre as well, into the classical world. The next song on her list, song number 4, if you're keeping track, is Moonlight Sonata, the third movement in particular, by Beethoven. So we're gonna listen to a little bit, and then we'll chat more.
Specifically the third movement. I didn't know
Yes,
what
the
that
third
meant.
movement. Yes. That was Beethoven, Moonlight Sonata, the third movement in particular. So why did you choose that one on your list? The first song of a classical nature on our list.
Oh, of all classical composers and pianists, Beethoven is by far my favorite. Um, I've always been attracted to whether it's like jazz or R&B. I'm very attracted to sad music, and I guess I don't want to say sad.
Same. Melancholy. If it's
Yeah.
melancholy, I melon love it. Oh, I'm
Right?
not sorry. That was
I'm
bad.
like
That was so bad.
I'll be the one if they put me in charge of the playlist. Like I'll be the one who'll be playing a classic hit, but it will be a sad ass song.
Oh
I'll be
yeah, it'd be
like,
moody as fuck.
and they'll be like, "Yo, Samara, what are you doing?"
Right.
But no, this and Beethoven's music was that for me when I was in college learning about classical music. Like even before college, and I was introduced to his music actually through I don't know I know my mom is here, but I don't know if she remembers she used to
Hi,
play
mom.
specifically this piece, the Moonlight Sonata piece on piano. And my mom is a great pianist, and like whenever I would hear her play, I would just fall in love with the piano. And
Mhm.
and I remembered hearing this song again later. I think it was in like a film or a TV show, and I remembered my mom used to play it, and so I found the song and I listened to every single Beethoven song that I could find. All of it was just so intense and
Mhm.
dark and very, very real and raw. Like you can just feel how heavy he was banging on the keys.
Right. He is tearing that piano up.
Right. He was just really feeling what was happening in that moment. And so I loved all of his music. He's by far my favorite classical music. Well, romantic era composer, but all around one of my favorite pianists of all time. He's genius.
Indeed.
And it's
Uh,
so emotional. Every time I listen to this song, like I feel incredibly happy and incredibly sad at the same time.
hmm, those things can coexist. Yes. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So shout out to
Making
Beethoven,
shit
the composer, not the dog.
up. Although I love that movie though.
I mean, it's so great. Sorry, that
Uh,
made the child in me happy.
don't judge me. I recently watched that movie.
Congratulations to you. Welcome. There's like a sequel. It's a whole thing. I think there's
Yo,
two of them.
they went a little too far though.
I
They
think
went a
there's
little
like
too
two
far.
sequels. It's like, all right, that's enough, Beethoven.
Yeah, they
We
got
good.
to the third one, and I was just like, I stopped after the first. I was like, nah, this is all I need.
Good. Keep it classic. Keep it with the first. Let's see. The Infrared said, put that on the new album. Do you play piano as well?
I do play a little bit of piano, yes.
Ooh.
I'm working on the skills because I
Okay.
played in college And I took lessons when I was younger, but at both those times afterwards, I stopped for a long period of time. So like the familiarity of playing is there, but as like in terms of like transposing from the page to my fingers, it takes a lot longer than it used to. But I'm working on it.
Got it.
I predominantly been writing songs on guitar, but piano and me, we just have a very deep connection. Like I love the piano. It's by far my favorite string instrument.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, piano's definitely one of my favorites too. I go back and forth between guitar and piano,
It's
depending
hard
on
because
the
I want
day.
to learn how to solo, like rock
Yeah,
solo on a
yeah.
guitar, but
Shred that
I
shit.
don't
I'm
have
sorry,
the
mama, you in the room.
but I don't have the ability. But at the same time, the piano, just the sound, the that emulates from it is just it just like goes into my bones. Like I can't
Mhm.
help but love the piano.
Oh yeah, completely understand. Love it.
Beethoven, legend right there.
Come on, Beethoven. Shout out to Beethoven like he's still alive. He's not
I
dead.
remember when there was a little joke about how they were saying that Beethoven was black.
I mean, you got a little soul in what he be doing. He like okay,
Wait.
just saying. I felt a little motherland to me.
Yo, put a little R&B beat on that.
Hey, 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 get it, get it. See, I feel it. Wait a minute, don't give away that
We
idea. Like that, that's a
fools.
whole
We
idea. So,
fools.
and it
What
is, it
happens
are
here stays here.
that part right here on the live, y'all. Well, listen, the last song on the list, we are almost at the end. Takes us into another genre, Broadway.
Mm,
Particularly the songbook of Stephen Sondheim. May he rest in peace. Um,
yes.
America from West Side Story. Y'all know this one. Come on, y'all know
I like
it.
to be
But we,
in
hey,
America.
I feel the spirit of Rita Moreno taking over right now. But we're
Vámonos,
gonna listen to
chicos. Vámonos.
we're gonna listen to a little bit of it anyway, and then we'll talk.
That's the jump right there. That's the
It
jump.
is. It
And they
is.
just came out with the new one, which I still haven't seen.
Me either. So we can't talk about it because I ain't seen it yet.
Well, I can't talk about it either because I didn't see it.
Okay, so we're gonna skip back. We're gonna go back to the original one. And we're
The
gonna talk about
original,
that one.
yeah. I mean, the original has some stuff going on that
Yeah,
we.
it didn't age so well. Natalie Wood was not at all Latina, but
But anyways,
that white lady was real pretty in dark makeup.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
the song America. How did it change your life?
I have a crazy obsession with musical theater. It
Mm.
was the first music I learned about in college when I first got a musical theater certificate, and I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know
But
you
you
could get
got
a,
one.
I didn't know you could get a certificate at college, but I wanted to go to the school because they had musical theater. It was far and it was cheap. And I was like, I'm gonna go to this school and get this certificate. And I learned so much about musical theater because, like, me and my mom, my sister, we used to just watch a ton of musicals and like those old school musicals just over and over again. My Fair Lady,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
one of my favorites. Kiss Me, Kate, Singing in the Rain.
Hmm.
It's like all these classic musicals that I fell in love with. And so going to college and being introduced to Sondheim, who is another favorite composer of mine. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. I was so
Yeah.
sad hearing of his passing because he is by far one of the best composers ever on Broadway.
Hmm.
Or just my second favorite composer. Although
Or just
even that
period.
is a hard choice to make because there's also some ones not on Broadway like Stevie who can just write music.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
Sondheim had that he captured that musical theater feel for me, and I fell in love with musical theater in general in itself. It was so dramatic and so happy and so everything about it just screamed light. And when I first saw West Side Story, you know, being Puerto Rican and from the Bronx, you know, I resonated
Hey.
highly with this film. And so
Hey.
I was just in it like, I like to win. Like, yes, chicas, yes, canta, canta.
I love it.
Feeling the vibe. And I wanted to be in this, I still want to be in this musical so bad, but I learned, and I have actually the original film cast on vinyl.
Ooh.
Because it was just, I think it was the first one that we learned about, or at least the first one I remember learning about, because those old ones, you know, those were a little harder to kind of grasp for me,
Right.
you know, like Showboat and some of those,
Gotcha.
you know, the themes were hard to grasp, but, you know, seeing Puerto Rican women coming from Puerto Rico to New York City, you know, it was something that I connected with. I mean, I didn't come on the boat, but I still vibed with, you know, the whole feeling of being a Puerto Rican woman who just loved being in the city, loved being in America. It was, and it also was just a fun song, seeing the back and forth repartee between the men and the women on top of the roof, just talking about how much they love America and how much, and reasons why they dislike it. You know, it was a powerful song. And so it had to make my top 5. It was hard. It was hard to choose a musical theater song because there's a lot.
Okay, so throw a couple of honorable mentions my way.
I love Greenfinch and Linnet Bird from Sweeney Todd.
Oh, I don't know that.
You've never heard that one? Greenfinch and Linnet Bird,
I'm writing it down right now.
Blackbird, how is it you sing? Like, she just hits these soprano-esque beautifully. It's basically she's singing about how a bird can basically sit in a cage and how it doesn't long to be free because she's feeling trapped in her room that she's in because she's being told that she can't go out. And it's a beautiful song. Memory from Cats.
Of course.
I love Too Darn Hot from Kiss Me Kate. I don't know if you've seen the film. No? Okay.
That's like the one I haven't seen.
Oh, it's so good. If you want to see some dancing,
okay.
See Too Darn Hot. I mean, not Too Darn Hot. That's the song. See Kiss Me Kate.
Okay.
Yes. Too Darn Hot. It's just this like sultry, and she's also tap dancing, which I have a very big love for. I used to take tap a long time ago, and I love tap dancing. Yeah. And so she's just tapping her way all across the floor while singing this like too darn hot. It's too darn hot. Like it's just so
okay. I want to watch this like incredible. Right now.
I bought it, so you know I be watching this movie all the time. Almost every Disney movie I could definitely list.
Of course.
My Fair Lady. That's Just You Wait. Just you wait and read again. Just you wait.
The rain stays mainly on the plain. Or something like that. Yeah, I get it wrong every time.
You got a little twisted, but it's
I did. I know I did. But yeah.
I just love doing Eliza Doolittle's voice. Like the rain in Spain stays
mainly on. That's it. That's it. Thank you. I love it. So that means that Broadway is in your future. Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, I would love to be on Broadway. Please.
So give me like top 3 roles you would love. So Maria, I'm assuming from West Side Story.
Yes.
Okay.
Maria, Velma from Chicago.
Yes, God. Oh, kill it.
I would kill that joint.
Give me some all that jazz. Hey.
Come on, babe. Why don't we paint the town?
Hey.
And all that jazz. I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down.
Hey,
And all that jazz.
don't give him too much
Don't
though.
get me
Don't give him too
started
much.
now. Don't get me
Don't give him too
started.
much, producers. Y'all need that. Mm-hmm.
Never too much, never too much. No, but
They're right. All right, so
Velma.
Velma, Maria, who else? One more.
One more. This is so hard. Oh, Dreamgirls. I can't remember the character's name right now, but not the role that Jennifer Hudson played. The role that Beyonce played.
Dina.
Yes,
Yes.
Dina
For
from
copyright purposes is not Diana. But okay, girl. Because, baby, if you watch the movie in particular, Beyonce gave the best Diana Ross performance I've ever seen in my life. She was cheesing and shouldering.
She was killing it.
It was Diana all day.
I mean, all of them in that film. I saw that film in theaters. I was in tears.
I did too. It was a religious experience to watch that movie in the theater. Yeah.
It's also because like I've loved that musical for years, but I've never seen any like representation of it live or in film. So like to see it was just like incredible. I love the music in that musical.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. Oh my God. So
musical journey.
Listen, we have been on a musical journey tonight. That brings us to the end of our 5 songs. I'm sad. This has been wonderful. Doggone it.
Darn it.
Oh, doggone it. I'm trying not to cuss real good because Mama is in here somewhere. Hey, Mama girl. Hey, Mama girl. Well, listen, Samara, thank you so much for joining me for 5 songs that changed my life. Before I let you go, please tell the people where they can find you and what you got coming up.
Oof. Okay. You guys can find me on Instagram at Samara Brown Official. Also on TikTok at Samara Brown Official. You can find me on Twitter, Samara Brown, Facebook, just Samara Brown. And you can also find my website, which is samarafbrown.com. I have been working on trying to record this music. It's taking longer than I would have liked, but I'm still going to release it, and I want you guys to be able to listen to it when I do. So keep a lookout on Spotify, on my website, on Instagram, on all social media, and I will have this single and album coming out to y'all soon.
Yes, we are ready for it. We are excited for it. I'm happy to hear the music from you. I'm happy to have had you on tonight. Thank you, everybody who joined in. I love the hearts are still going up. There's so much love for you in the building. So please take that energy with you. I hope you feel loved and supported and just keep going in all that you do, all right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It was also lovely meeting you.
You're right.
Yes,
this has been wonderful. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, listen, you have a great night. Everybody, y'all have a great night as well. Join me next Thursday, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Peace.